Today's show is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and immediately be connected with the advertisers that fit your audience. That's Podgo at podgo.co. Podgo, that's where the pods go.
Hello and welcome to the Infectious Groove podcast, part of the Odd Pods Media Network. Recorded at the 33 1/3 Music Appreciation Center in Speakeasy, located just outside of Detroit, Michigan. The Infectious Groove podcast is your source for jammy jams, music news, and the best in-depth music discussion. Thanks for joining us. Now here are your hosts.
You guys, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Damn it, she was ready that time. It's season 3, you guys.
We did
back.
it!
We did it. We did it. I'm motioning toward Kyle and I. You were here for a lot of it.
Define here.
Exactly.
Sometimes that's not even real. So it's been fun, and I'm going to include some of this in the feedback stuff, but like we've had a lot of people get at us on socials this time and be like, when are you coming back? You know, and I'm
Never!
Like, yeah. I promise we're coming back. You were called out specifically by people that were like, I miss Michelle. And I was like, no one's ever. No.
I saw the ones that were like, why did you do this to us? Why do you hate us like this?
There was one that was like, another week without Infectious Groove podcast. Thanks, Michelle. It was fantastic. So, so wait no more. We are back.
We did it.
Season 3. And in the meantime, though, as promised, I had been putting up the vinyl videos on YouTube every Thursday. I started sharing some of our past interviews, which we're going to get into in a little bit with our main topic. But a lot of the big interviews that we've had in the past, I've got them all set, go up on the YouTube page every Monday so people can just listen to that without like having to look up the episode again or whatever, you know what I mean? They can just go there and check it out. So, as I always say, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube page because, outside of the interviews, all the content that we have up there is all totally unique to the YouTube page. Mm-hmm. So it's like more stuff. And, we have more than a few ways that we're going to try real hard to get Michelle involved in the YouTube channel.
I told you my demands.
Well, no, I don't remember your demands.
Oh, hair and makeup.
Oh, right.
Wardrobe.
I mean,
wardrobe. Yeah, would be nice.
I'll do your makeup. Have you ever seen The Dark Knight?
Yes.
Okay.
I imagine it would be like Mimi from Drew Carey.
Somewhere around there, yes.
Got it.
So, having said that, if you go to youtube.com/Infectious Groove podcast and hit the subscribe button, if you are, because we have like a lot of people watching the videos that we've put up already and enjoying the interviews and stuff, please make sure to leave a like and or a comment. The like especially helps. Like, I'm sure you guys are at least aware of the algorithm world that all of the online media runs in. Like literally every single like helps out a ton. So please do that. We would appreciate it. Our main topic for the first episode of season 3 is going to be a celebration of us.
Yay, we did it.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking music by way of a lot of the clips that I've prepared, which, by the way, Kyle and Michelle have not heard the clips that I've prepared.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. And so I've got some Kyle highlights, some Michelle lowlights. And then I've got some clips from really no rim shot or anything. And then I've got sure. No. Nothing says comic timing like 30 seconds later. Right on. I like how Michelle will use the drops in like the first minute and a half of the show and then nothing for the whole rest of the episode. It's fantastic. So anyways, and then I've got I grabbed some like clips from some of our bigger interviews and just stuff that I thought was fun and whatever. So that is going to be quite a bit of fun, in my opinion. So we're going to go through our regular segments here, and I've got some feedback to share and whatnot. But before we get into that, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our sponsor. So Valentine's Day is coming up, so you want to make sure that you are ready for wherever the night may take you.
Oh, boy.
Whether it's, quarantined or not. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming, are here to tell you that you need the best tools to do the job when you're ready for anything on that special day. 2 million men are already trusting Manscaped products to groom and make sure that you are one of them by using our discount code. Michelle, I have to ask you, we came into this deal with Manscaped at some point during the last half of the year last year.
Yeah.
Honest answer, were you pregnant before or after Kyle started using Manscaped products?
well after.
Okay, so you basically owe your child to Manscaped.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened,
Yeah.
The previous situation was no bueno.
Pretty much roommate to, oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or girl.
Yeah. No. Wasn't talking about the child. Wasn't at all talking about the child. So, oh boy. The best way to get started on a romantic adventure is with Manscaped's Perfect Package 3.0. If your partner can't think of what to get you this year for Valentine's Day, tell them that this is the best gift for you and them. The Perfect Package 3.0 has their revolutionary third generation lawnmower 3.0, includes the crop preserver, the crop reviver, which I think that's probably what did it, right? Was the crop reviver. Michelle said, oh, yeah. What's going on down there?
Like a revived crop.
Right. These products keep our boys from sweating, smelling, and sticking. The Perfect Package 3.0 also comes with a pair of Manscaped boxers, so you'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day. Complete your grooming with the refined cologne, which I have to assume also helped out quite a bit.
That stuff smells good.
The refined cologne. Why are you smelling it?
I use the cologne all the time.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. The cologne is a perfect complement to the Perfect Package 3.0. So make sure that you go to manscaped.com and use our code IGP20, Infectious Groove Podcast 20, for 20% off and free shipping. That is the perfect gift for Valentine's Day to give or receive. Happy Valentine's Day from Manscaped, Odd Pods Media Network, and the Infectious Groove Podcast. So with all that out of the way, we have quite a bit of fun lined up. Here we go.
Feedback, John. Don't worry about that. Right. There's rock and roll me without feedback.
So as far as feedback, I kind of accidentally spoiled one of them though, but we literally got at least 3 or 4 tweets that were like, boy, I sure wish Michelle would let us have Infectious Groove Podcast this week. And the one did crack me up though. That was literally like it was like the GIF was like dropping to your knees, like in agony or something, and it was like another week without Infectious Groove. Thanks, Michelle. So I had to tag her in that, and I was like, "You seeing what you're doing to the people here?" But there were a lot of people, and like I just even from our friends and family, I got a bunch of texts that were like, "So no show yet this week?" Or,
were they like, "Will you just talk to me?"
Yeah. So I called up people.
You did the show on your own.
Yeah. I called up friends one by one, and I was like, "Hey, have you heard that?" Oh, Jamie. And I gave him that, and then I talked about so. But it was really cool for me. And over the break, I posted, because we had our actual 1-year anniversary of doing the show.
Where's my gift?
Me. I'm the gift.
The gift is paper, I think.
So we had a lot, I've talked before about how supportive the podcast community is. Like, people lost their minds and we're like, holy cow, like, we thank you, like, thanks so much for being around, thanks for supporting us. We had an embarrassing amount of people that were like, since we've heard your show, it makes us want to get better at what we do, and it's just awesome for me. So when we started this show, I didn't think that we would have anywhere near the success that we've had in the short period of time that we had.
We had faith.
I also you guys did. I also am I the only one that's stunned that you and I are still friends after this? Like, I thought this was going to be the thing that, like, ended it.
Thanks, we're friends.
Oh, this is awkward. This is going to be like when you find out that castmates really don't like each other.
Like my world was dashed, or my dreams were dashed when I found out that the Mythbusters guys actually hate each other.
I kid you not. I was going to say Mythbusters, and I thought you guys would be like, "What the hell are you mentioning Mythbusters?"
Oh, yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't like each other.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. That's totally off the reservation now. But Adam Savage has a YouTube channel which is fantastic.
Yeah, I watched some stuff on there before. Yeah.
So whenever Q&As come up and somebody will ask about Jamie, he's always like, anyways.
Is Jamie the bald one?
They're just cut from totally different cloth. You know? So, like, for example, I do a podcast, a weekly music podcast, where I'm a very reasonable person who's knowledgeable about music, and I do it with this lady who is very unreasonable and has no knowledge about music.
What's music?
Right. Well, let's start from the top. What's YouTube?
Shit, man.
So, and that's what Jamie and Adam are. Like, they're just oil and water, but they much like myself and Michelle, they come together to put together a great
And
show.
you would never know that they're mortal
they
enemies.
faked that awfully good. That's crazy.
So that's fun. So anyways, for us, we've had so much support from people. Like our network is extremely supportive of us, the Odd Pods Media Network. Our friends and family are embarrassingly supportive of us. Like anybody who creates content, it because they're always updating their Facebook and asking all the friends to like everything and whatever else. And like, we really barely have to ask anymore. Like our friends are right there.
We've trained them well.
Yes. And then not the least of which is our Patreon supporters. Over the past year, we had to move because we moved hosts. We had to move over to Patreon. And everybody that was supporting us on Patreon on Anchor moved right over to Patreon, which really does help. I know every show you listen to, every YouTube channel is like, if you hit the support button, it really helps keep the thing. Like, it really does help keep the thing afloat. And you're going to hear in like some of these clips, because I went way back to the beginning to dig up some clips, like you're going to hear the natural progression of what your money helped us with, because holy crap, did we used to sound like crap. And like little things that we've done over the year have all been facilitated by what people have helped us with, which has been sweet. So, and then the one special shout out I want to give that we almost never mention on the show, there's a person that does two huge things for us that we've mentioned. I think we mentioned in the early days, but it's a buddy of ours named Chris Kimmel. And the music that you hear, pretty much any music that you hear on our show is all him. From an album that he made years ago, and he just never really like did anything with it commercially. So he's like, just use whatever you want. So like the intro music, our ad music, our bumper music, all that stuff is from this guy that recorded this entire record on his own. But he also he comes over with his lighting rig and shoots all the YouTube videos that you see. And then after that, he takes all the footage and does all of that editing. Like all I have to do, he literally was like, you're like the face of it. Like, I just need you to talk about music. And
You're just a dazzle.
Yeah, more or less. That's what he said, And then he's like, and I'll do, and dude, every Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, he gets at me about like, because he knows we want to put the videos up on Thursday. And he's like, which video do you want next? Like, does this look good? Or what? And me, I'm the kind of person that's like, whatever you did is fine.
Right.
But he puts in all that time and energy just to help us out. Literally every single week. And that's outside of the fact that he's come over 2 or 3 times with his light rig to spend like a whole day doing all this filming and everything. And just
for funsies.
Yeah. And
he supports us.
I would think that's something that I should mention when we talk about the first year, because that's like amazing to me. So
that is amazing.
Yeah. So
thanks, Chris.
Yeah. So thank you, Chris. And I think everyone knows that you do all of our art direction, Kyle, but we should mention that as well, because by the time this episode comes out, everyone will have seen our super sweet new logo, which is in fact super sweet.
It is super sweet.
So
super sweet.
Yeah. It's one of those things where literally as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's it.
That's it.
So,
that's the one.
Yeah. So I was happy with it. And then Michelle happened to like it too. Not that matters, but she happened to like it.
What are you thanking me for?
Oh, boy.
Oh, we'll get into it. When we get into the clips, I have plenty to thank you for. When we get into the second half, I've got plenty to thank you for. So, thank you in that sarcastic "thanks, Obama" way. That's the way you're going to get thanked.
I can't wait.
Yep. So, let's move back into one of our other popular segments.
Music news.
There wasn't a ton that happened while we were off, but there were a few things. What do you got, Kyle?
There's a few things, and some of them involve COVID still fucking stuff up, man.
Yeah.
For us.
Really, I know it's probably getting old hearing this, but like, I really thought we weren't going to be talking about this by now.
Yep, it continues on.
Remember when I said it wasn't going to be happening on my birthday in May? I was like, it's going to be gone by May.
Yep,
or remember when the old president said it'd be gone by Easter?
I do remember that.
The old president, I like that. I like him being referred to as that.
I think he said it's just going to go away, and it totally did.
Oh, totally. We're not dealing with it at all still, almost a year later.
So what's the latest casualty of...
The reason I mention this is because Phil Spector passed away due to complications of COVID while being in prison.
Well, I'm going to say that's complications of COVID and karma.
Yes. Probably more karma than COVID, but that's the way it was reported. If you don't know who Phil Spector is, well, look it up.
Yeah. Well,
if you don't know, you know.
All cards on the table, and we'll share this with our listeners. We literally just spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out how to report this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if you've ever heard Unchained Melody, Be My Baby, the Crystals, Then He Kissed Me, if you've ever enjoyed a Motown song, the only reason why the big sound of Motown happened was because they heard what Phil Spector invented and went, holy crap, so if you've heard Dancing in the Streets, you only heard that because of what Phil Spector did, right? It's chicken and an egg type thing. On the other hand, Phil died in prison because he was convicted of murdering actress Lana Clarkson. So it's one of those things where you're like, you can't really talk about all those accomplishments without being like, oh, and also convicted murderer.
He's iconic in the music industry, and things would not have been the same without what he contributed, but he's also a convicted murderer.
Right. So, but we talked about it. It's like, you, as a music podcast, you can't not mention that Phil Spector passed away. So we can't just act like it didn't happen because he did something
The terrible
awful.
terrible things that he did overshadowed the great things that he did, and that's unfortunate for him, but that he chose to make it that way.
Yeah. Well, that's worded far better than we talked about beforehand. So well done, Kyle. Yes. Michelle didn't even make a face this time.
I did not make a face this time.
Prior to going on air, Kyle had one way he wanted to say it, and Michelle did not approve. So that was fantastic.
Can't say that.
So anyways, there was at least one other COVID thing.
Yeah, Glastonbury is canceled.
Which sucks.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what that is, I'm not sure why you don't know what that is, but there's one
sitting here. Why are you looking at me?
There's someone sitting here right now.
The easiest way to say it, I think, is if you're from the U.S., think Lollapalooza, but with 20 years of history behind it.
Yes.
You know, everyone you've ever liked in your entire lifetime has played Glastonbury at some point. Yeah, we got a thing going today because I was going to say Mumford & Sons headline Glastonbury.
Yeah, big huge music festival canceled because of COVID.
Yeah, and it is what it is. We got to deal with it.
The cancellations continue.
So there was at least one like bright, fun story. It's not earth-shaking, but I thought it was fun to include at least. There was a reunion this week.
The New Radicals came back together and recorded the whole thing for the inauguration.
For Biden's inauguration, which I thought was rad.
Which is cool, yeah.
Biden always used that song, "You Get What You Give," which is like the only New Radicals hit.
And they were okay with it, unlike all the other artists that were not okay with someone else using their music.
Yeah, and there was a lot of comparisons this week. Besides the Bernie memes that erupted, a lot of people were like comparing because the Trump inauguration, and we don't get too political on the show, but the Trump inauguration, famously, the only people that would play it musically was this like group of kids. And Trump ended up having to sue Trump because he didn't pay the kids.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and then so like that was who played that, and then now like Garth Brooks and Lady Gaga come out for this, and New Radicals reunite, and whatever. So, anyways, I went and listened to it, and it was good. It was one of those things where like there's certain notes in that song where I was like, well, we haven't heard from this guy in 22 years.
Yeah.
So like. Not sure, but they did it in the right key, and he sounded fantastic.
I thought, on a side note, I thought the inauguration musically was super impressive. How they did everything and how it bounced around all the different places that people were performing. That was super cool.
Yeah, they did a good job with it, and even like there's things like people don't think about, but like obviously Gaga and Garth would have been pre-recorded like vocally, and whatnot, but they sounded fantastic. So, and it bummed me out because I was watching and I missed Garth. Mm-hmm. And literally, like the internet lit up and was like, Garth Brooks sounded amazing, and I was like, how am I the one that missed Garth? So,
did you fall asleep?
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes.
It wasn't just me.
That's exactly what happened. All right. So, anyways, that wraps up music news, and we will move right along. Our jammies. So I listened to, as you might imagine, a ton of stuff over the past couple of weeks. But
we're doing 2 weeks?
No, just what sticks out. Oh, Jesus, Lord!
I got so concerned.
I kid you
she
not.
wasn't going to have enough stuff to list off.
I'm going to go over this in the second half of the show, but I have a clip here called Michelle's Preparation. When we get closer to June, we'll start talking about your preparation age.
I'd rather we didn't.
Yeah. But anyway, so I listened to a ton of stuff, but a couple of things have really stuck out with me. Like on Twitter the other day, I just saw someone randomly tweet, like, no one wants to talk about it, but the best song on Van Halen 1984 is Drop Dead Legs. And I was like, yes, because like everyone knows Panama, Hot for Teacher, and Jump. And Drop Dead Legs is the jam. So I listened to that a bunch. And then there's another song on that record called I'll Wait that is just a killer Van Halen song that like Van Halen fans know it, but like people who are casual Van Halen fans at best would have never heard this song, and it's just a great song. It's almost like there's a lot of people that think that agree that Sammy's Van Halen material was like a much higher caliber than the Dave stuff. Like all of Dave's stuff is like all TNA and cars and stuff.
That's fine.
And yeah, right. No, and that's fine. But Sammy's lyrics were like a lot more serious and whatnot. And that song, like if I played it for you before Dave started singing, you would just assume it was a Sammy era song. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a different level. But it's also on the same record as Hot for Teacher. So yeah.
They cancel each other out.
Right. Then the other thing was yesterday, the day we're recording this, the day before we're recording this, was Sam Cooke's birthday. Mm-hmm. So they reissued a lot of Sam Cooke stuff on vinyl that had been missing for a while. And one thing that I've always been wanting to get a good copy of is Sam Cooke live at the Copa. And like, you know what a badass you got to be for your Live at the Copa record to be introduced by Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you drop the needle on that, and Sammy Davis comes out and like starts talking about what a badass Sam Cooke is, and then the orchestra fires up and everything. You can hear the dinner plates clanking and everything. It's just awesome. And I've had You Send Me by Sam Cooke stuck in my head, but the version that's on this album, it's like a 20-minute version of You Send Me. Like, it is fantastic. There's just a whole lot of like drunken roaming around the song by the musicians themselves, and it's fantastic. It's one of those albums you could put on and you're like there, you know. So that's been for me. Kyle, you know we have to save the best for last, so I'm going to you next. What are your jammy jams?
It's been I've been heavy on podcast kick lately.
What do you mean?
And being on a music podcast, I found myself super into another music podcast.
Right on. Which one?
It's called Broken Record.
Okay.
And it is mostly everything is just interviews by interviews of different artists and people in the music industry and whatnot.
Okay.
And Rick Rubin is one of the main people who interviews them.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So before the whole COVID thing happened, they would go to his they go to Shangri-La and they would talk face to face. But now it's all over Zoom and whatnot.
So he could sit there Indian style with his no shoes. And,
yeah.
Oh no. Damn it! That annoys every single time I see Rick Rubin. I'll put some shoes on.
It's not just. There's a couple other guys that interview people too, but like it's just fantastic. The first episode I listened to was the Sturgill Simpson episode, damn, was it fantastic.
Was Sturgill out of F's to give?
Yeah, he just seems like the most normal, I don't give a shit dude who is super talented and doesn't care what anybody else thinks about anything.
Not at all.
And it's just awesome.
Right on. Just curious, do you think on their next episode they're going to say that they were listening to us?
I hope so.
Yeah. That'd be
course.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I assume so.
It's us.
As far as I know, everyone listens to us.
Yes, that's the intel I keep reporting to you.
Yeah.
That everyone listens to us.
We actually have 4 listeners. Everyone who interacts with us on Twitter is a Michelle Alt.
I spend a lot of my time creating this universe for you.
Wait a minute. Is that what you've done for the past year?
This is the Truman Show, actually.
Sweet.
There were a couple other things. Landon Tours. It's spelled Tewers, his last name.
Okay.
But and so I spent some time this morning trying to figure out how the hell to say his last name.
Yeah.
And his Twitter handle is Landon Tours.
So he's like,
since you guys can't pronounce my shit right, here you go. That's what it sounds like. So I hope that's the way that it's supposed to be said. But 2 songs specifically that I've been listening to of his are Say It Ain't So and Something to Lose. And he has a new record that's coming out on the 29th.
What genre?
It's R&B. Right. He used to front a band, and this is a solo stuff.
Like Maroon 5, St. Paul type R&B and soul,
or it's like gritty, like dark R&B type singing. There's like some screamo stuff that happens in some of his songs too. And
have you played it for Michelle?
No.
She sure likes it when people are sad and scream. It just came up last night at music night. Actually, you liking people being sad.
But he's from Michigan, so that is also a cool thing too.
The person who said it, by the way, said it exactly like this. And I know Michelle likes emo. They like put their hands up there, and I was like, "All right, whoa, calm down."
Keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my man's name out your mouth.
I did also find myself listening to more Morgan Wallen than I would have liked to listen to. But it was because
Wait, blink twice if you're in a hostage situation.
I got Michelle the new triple LP that came out of his just for one specific song that's on there. There's the only way to get Cover Me Up on vinyl. And I bought that, and I, of course, started listening to some other stuff that's on it. And
first he was like, the rest of this is going to be garbage, just you wait. And then he was like, wait, I think that this might be good.
That's accurate. Yeah, I was like, this is going to be terrible based on everything else, and it's not.
I know I'm the vinyl guy, but I always say about people, like, I bought classic records that I only know the one song on, and then I've played the record through, and I've been like, son of a bitch, this band has a lot better songs than people know about, you know?
Yeah, so if it's... A lot of his material is not like the commercial crap that you hear on the radio.
Yeah.
Like, it's way, way, way better.
Good. Well, that's sweet. Which, by the way, I do have a YouTube video planned specifically like for you to feature in. One of which is like the vinyl rabbit hole, which the whole buying a full LP for one song that's the first step down the rabbit hole.
What about a 3 LP set for one song?
Yeah, that's oh boy. So Michelle, the people missed you. The people.
Hi,
well, I'm sorry.
all my adoring fans. Hi.
Everyone but me missed you. And so, having said that, please help everyone out and share your jammy jams with everyone.
I would love to.
At least 1 week's worth, because you panicked so hard. She was like, 2 weeks.
Yeah, she thought she was going to have to come up with a bunch of extra stuff.
So what have you been listening to?
I only have 2.
14 days.
So it would have been for one for each week there if it was 2 weeks.
14 days she's had these 2 songs on repeat.
Which would be accurate. One of them is Parker Millsap had a new single come out, so I'm assuming that it's going to be to a new record.
I did not realize that.
Did that show up in your
Sent it to both of you. Just don't ever listen to me.
Did you send it to me in a TikTok video? Because then I really ignored it.
First of all, I don't remember you sending that to me. I'm not saying you didn't. I'm saying I don't remember it. And second of all, I was in the record store yesterday and saw the Mumford & Sons tour EP, and I was like, oh, sweet. I need to go. Oh, no, wait. I'm having that gifted to me.
Oh, damn it. I forgot to bring that over for you today. Yeah.
But anyways, I was excited. I literally was like, oh, I need to buy. Oh, no, that's kidding. Yay. Yeah. So anyways, Parker Millsap, new stuff.
Yeah, it's the new single's called The Real Thing. I did not look up to see when the album's going to be out. But did you like the song? I really like the song. It's just Parker Millsap, so if you like his music,
is it closer to his later material?
Yes.
I like the first 2 records, but that third record is fire.
So I like them both equally for different reasons, but
Yep. All right, and we'll probably put a couple more Parker songs on the playlist. Yep. Yeah. So, what was the other 50% of the songs you were listening to?
The band Wild Rivers, which I've talked about here before. Yes. I found an acoustic version of "Thinking About Love" that they do. That is just it's an acoustic version of one of their songs. That's great, and it's definitely
it's on the
worth
Spotify.
a listen to. Yes.
Were those both recommended to you as new release things on Spotify or something?
No, just the Parker Millsap one. The Wild Rivers one, I just have, ever since I stumbled across them, I've been going on these deep dives and just like listening to what they have to offer. And I don't know when this one came out, but.
Which is, and I swear I'm not being a smart ass when I say this, like, that's good for you to go on deep dives of artists. Cause like we have a clip about this. You're very like one and done with a lot of artists. You're like,
that's all they deserve.
You're like, I like this. And then I'm like, yeah, well, did you hear the rest of the record? No. So I'm happy to hear that, though, that you're doing a deep dive. So that is what we usually do here for the first half. And we got a whole bunch of stuff out of the way. And the whole second half of this show it's going to be geared toward music, just not our usual thing where we do like one specific topic, because we're going to celebrate us.
Yay.
It's going to be fun. We will be back in just a minute.
Welcome everybody to the Body Podcast. I am...
Whoa, dude. No. This is our promo, not the show. I'm Rico.
Oh, sorry. I'm CJ, and we're the hosts of the Podeskew Podcast.
We're fans of pretty much anything and everything pop culture, including movies, TV shows, books, video games, comics, music, and of course, Kevin Smith. Now, while we do keep our fingers on the pulse of Silent Bob, he certainly doesn't need our help in promoting him.
You got that right. We do our own thing, with inspiration from the man himself and his mantra of why not. We've got stories about celebrities we've interviewed, theories of our own for certain movies, and we can usually tend to have a great debate about anything.
We also do commentaries on movies. Sometimes we ask our fans what they want to watch with us. So if you love the timbre of our vocal cords and want to watch a movie at the same time, give us a listen.
Stay tuned every Monday, there's always something new. And if you've been good this year, we may even give you a bonus episode from time to time.
So please be good and subscribe to and enjoy Podeskew, founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network.
Hi there, I'm Kyle Sutton.
I'm Trisha Campbell.
And we're the hosts of My Drunk Movie Theater. Join us every week as we go through the silly things that we wind up getting up to at our jobs working at a local multiplex. We also talk about all the current events that are happening in the movie world that affect us and affect you as the viewers. Trisha?
We also get off topic quite a bit and we'll ramble, so there's that too.
Yeah, well, alcohol does that to you. So hit the subscribe button. You can listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, almost anywhere that your podcasts are available.
I'm Midnight Agent Raw. And I'm Okami. We are the Super Media Bros Podcast. And each week, we give a comedic take on all forms of entertainment, such as movies, music, video games, television, and much more. So put your shades on and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Shades on. We're on.
And we're back, and as you know, this is the season 3 premiere of the Infectious Groove podcast, and everybody missed us, and we're pretty excited about it. So,
well, they missed me.
Yeah, they missed you. We can confirm that they missed you, and then also Kyle and I are just here.
I think that they might have missed making fun of you.
Yeah, I think that might be it. You know when people are laughing at you and not with you?
No, it's supposed to be the other way around.
Speaking of people laughing at you, what we lined up, and actually I think we even told everybody this ahead of time, so everybody wasn't expecting like a new interview or a new like in-depth music topic for this. We thought it would be fun because literally 1 year ago this week we released our first episode, so we thought it would be fun to go back and pick a bunch of clips and things. Like I've got some clips lined up from like some of our huge names that I never in 1 million years did I expect we'd get to talk to ever.
Right.
And then I went through personally and picked out just a bunch of things that I thought were funny here and there that have happened on the show.
So people should get ready to spit their coffee all over their dashboard then?
Yes and no. I think some of the clips themselves might not be that funny, but I believe our discussion around them are going to be humorous.
Kyle had a panic moment this morning too, where he was like, wait, what are we talking about today? And I was like, it's a clip show. And he was like, are we just listening to him? And I was like, no, we're going to talk about him too.
Right. So one of the things that I did was, because I went all the way back to the second episode to start listening to stuff, because the first episode literally was just me and Kyle being like, what are we going to do? Like there was.
And I wasn't on it, so it doesn't even count.
So from the second episode, I have a clip titled "Michelle Would Like to Talk." And all of us learned this together. So this is the first clip that I pulled from way back almost a year ago today.
We thought we'd talk a little bit about what we learned during the first week. Number one, I learned that Michelle would like to talk.
I would like to talk.
She would like to talk.
So,
and then I never shut up.
Yeah, and then it was all downhill from there. No, but seriously, like when we all do, because I've been thankful to be on a guest on several podcasts in the last like 6 months or so. Like as we grow, more people ask us to come on their show, and every time, by the way, I'm always like, okay, but just so you know, you don't get the whole package. I'm like, just so Michelle is not driving the half mile to come on your show.
I'm sorry, how far?
Half mile.
No.
And so people like sometimes people are like, okay, but I always go and represent all of us. But I always tell people that I'm like, for 2-3 years, I had all the stuff and was able to start a podcast, but I just never did. And really, Kyle was like, okay, we're starting this, so then we had this like big month-long discussion of like, when is this happening? What's going to happen? Like, what's going to be the name of it? All this stuff. And at no point did Michelle say she wanted to be involved in the show. So you guys come over to like do the show, and I've got 2 mics set up, and Kyle and I do this whole first episode, and then like it's published in the whole 9 yards, and then like a day later, Michelle's like, so when do I get to talk? And I was like, do you want to talk? So literally most of the second episode is us discussing about how we didn't know that you even wanted to talk. So
you guys made it look so fun.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what we did. This other thing. So over the course of our show, we've got a lot of compliments from other creators about like our production values, like how good the show sounds in our clips and stuff. So I went back to before we had our jammy jams to find the discussion about that. And this is humorous as all get out to me.
And I'm sure in the future I'm going to have some cool echoey thing like what we're listening to. Pigs in space type thing. But for now, we'll just say what we're listening to.
So literally for the first like 5 or 6 episodes, we're like, I don't know, this is what we're listening to.
That is awesome to go back and hear that, and then hear like what it's become now.
Now we sound like
that's fantastic.
Now we sound like a real grown boy.
Yes, that's funny as hell.
Was it the James that came up with Jammy Jams?
I don't even know who came up with our Jammy Jams, and I looked really hard, but it's literally like 1 week we're still like, I don't know, this is what we're listening to, and then the next week it's like, these are our Jammy Jams. So, like, something happened along the way. Over the course of the year, we've learned a lot about Michelle, for good, bad, or indifferent. And we were having a discussion about concerts, and in the discussion, we were talking about how Pink Floyd doesn't really get credit for being the people who kicked off the whole we're going to do this album front to back thing, because no one ever did that. And then, Floyd used to do it in the 70s, but they really brought it into the mainstream when they did that with the Dark Side of the Moon on the 94 tour. And then, like, all of a sudden, everyone, including bands who have no business doing certain albums front to back, were like, we're going on this tour to do this album front to back. And you're like, but that's just an okay album, though, you know? But it became a way to sell tickets. So in the discussion, I asked Michelle if there were bands if there was an album that she wanted a band to go do front to back. And I've titled this clip Michelle's Concert Standards.
Oh, boy.
So there's also a long list of artists that I was like, I want to hear this one song by you, and then I don't want to hear anything else you do. I want to hear other stuff. So like, there's a long list of those artists, but like front to back records, like I would people who I'd love to see. I don't know. Like I feel like
this isn't urgent. You don't have to
no, it's right now. Or it's never.
So
she said, I don't know.
And then Dak, we're going to discuss that clip. That leads into the next one, which we're going to get to in a second, from several weeks later. But like my first favorite thing is like, anyone else that you're having this discussion with, I could be like, who would you like to hear, them? And even if they're just like, oh, I don't know, if the Spice Girls tour did like their first one front to back, like I'd go to that, and Michelle's like, I have standards. I want to hear your one song and nothing else,
She also said, I don't know, like she was like getting grounded by her parents. I don't know.
Oh, I will say that going back and listening to the first several episodes, there was a lot more accountability in the way Michelle talked, and like she gives less and less F's as the season goes on. The first season, like somewhere around the half point was where I would be like, "What about this?" And instead of being like, "Oh, I don't know," like being guilty, she would just be like, "I don't care." Sweet.
We've created a monster.
So if you've listened to the show faithfully, you've heard, I'm going to say this as complimentary as I can, how much preparation Michelle puts into the show. So this next clip is titled Michelle's Preparation. And this is, I want to say I could have probably put together like a 5-minute clip of this happening over and over and over. And Kyle, you're going to, this is from way back when, but you're going to remember this happening like 100 times in the show.
I had one thing that we didn't discuss beforehand, but I heard about that.
Remember 5 minutes before I hit record and we talked about the new format? Okay. In music news, Michelle doesn't remember things.
God damn it, man. Every time.
That was the first known instance of it, as you can hear by the audio quality, but what would you, 100 times?
Oh, yeah.
That happened. And not only my favorite thing, it's one thing to be like, oh, I forgot to mention this in music news, but this broad will be like, hey, here's a thing that we totally didn't discuss at all, like beforehand, and both of us are just like, okay, let's on the spot.
Yeah, I'm keeping you on your toes.
But I like how when I was like, hey, do you remember beforehand when I was like, do you have anything else to discuss? And she's like, I think that might be the point where you started to not care.
You might have pinpointed it, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So now we're going to move into some Kyle lights.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
TM?
Yeah, absolutely. We were having a discussion about soundtracks, and it came up. This is probably the first time. What's that?
Is it Mickey Unwrapped?
No.
Oh, that was.
It's a Kyle light. It's not a Michelle. It's not a Michelle low light. But this is one of the first episodes where I really noticed like your competitive streak with Michelle. Where like you two, like if today, if I'm like, hey, did you guys listen to that Sam Cooke at the Copa? If she's like, I listened to a couple tracks, you'll be like, I listened to 5, like, and then she'll be like, actually, I listened to 6. You'll be like, no, wait, no, it was 7. I listened to 7, and like it kept growing throughout the year, all the way up into the Spotify thing where you lost your mind. Like we had.
He actually did lose his mind.
We had worldwide listeners that were like, is Kyle okay? Like people literally were like, you explained the thing where she listens to Spotify at work. Like, why is he still mad? And I was like, he's very competitive with
I
Michelle.
didn't think about that ahead of time. I pride myself on bringing new things for you guys to listen to.
So you guys ended up in this clip. You got into discussion about you were trying to out Titanic each other, and how many times Michelle had seen the movie and whatnot. But it came to light in the conversation. A fact about Kyle came to light in the conversation.
The anniversary edition is double disc, by the way.
Well, I didn't have no anniversary edition.
Oh, okay, so Kyle's the bigger fan.
You might have seen it 11 times, but I snuck into a theater to see it. I had to sit on the floor because it was sold out to watch it. I only went into the theater to see the boobs. Yep.
My grandma.
So I love the fact that
we were recording at home.
Yeah, so the clip I just played is titled "Kyle Went to See Boobs," and it just cracked me up to listen to that because Kyle's just I'm going to make my point so hard that I cared about this, and then the fact that before he even said boobs, and you're like boobs, and he's like, yeah, but instead of being like, well, no, I did not that, it was a great work of art. You're like, yeah, boobs. Which is, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Also, I've seen it 13 times, not 11. I just wanted to correct it on the record.
On that one.
I'm sorry. Wait. What?
I've seen Titanic 13 times. I want that corrected for the record.
I see.
And he said 11 on that clip. I would like that to be corrected.
So you've seen it 2 times more since then?
No. Maybe. You don't know me.
That's, you know what? And I speak now for people in over 150 countries. Yes, people know you. Yes, it's been made abundantly clear by social media that people do know you.
And they like me.
Yeah, well,
they really like me.
I think they're just being nice. That's what I think.
Yeah.
We get a
That's the internet's known for, is being nice.
Yep. The burning memes this week were the only nice thing that's happened on the internet in the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. But I just laughed so hard at listening to that because it was Kyle was just so much cared about making the point that how important the Titanic was to you that you were just yeah, the boobs. Crack me up.
Boobs are super important.
Just saying. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this next thing is kind of both of you in one because there's one point that I want to discuss about Michelle. But this, as far as I could find in the IGP archives, is the first time that Kyle discussed his affliction that he has.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's discussed. He's been very open, and I want to say stunning and brave. Kyle has been over the past year because it's one of those things that people don't more people need to talk about, and Kyle is on the front lines.
The stigma needs to go away.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So let's listen to. As far as I could, there may be a predated one, but this is the first time I could find that you had mentioned your disability with us.
I'm certain that Elvis record's going to get a lot of...
Christmas is going to be so fun.
Yeah, there's a ton of Christmas music that's good.
I don't like Christmas.
I know, I'm aware.
And I will say, up until recently, this also comes up a lot on the show, is I was never a fan of Justin Bieber, but his new album
until you got infected.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but he's used the same producers and songwriters and stuff on every album, but this just, I don't even know what...
Hopefully he's growing as an artist,
Listen to the reverence with which Kyle speaks about Justin Bieber.
I think that's when he might have caught it.
He's proud to be infected.
Yeah.
Bieber fever, man. That's the gift that keeps on giving.
It did to us over the whole year.
Oh, yeah.
It was we need to, in the future, we've talked about we got the great idea from somebody to make a t-shirt or a sticker that looks like a hype sticker.
Yeah.
We should have one that's a caricature of Kyle with a thumbs up that's I got the Bieber fever,
Yeah, everyone talks about COVID. Let's talk about
Bieber
fever.
As I say, the world needs more open conversations about Bieber fever.
That's true.
And I think that Kyle has done a great job in talking about that because a lot of people, it's one of those closed doors things, people just, Kyle's got the Bieber fever. Don't bring it up at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Kyle brought it up repeatedly, and like I say, it was stunning and brave.
I really wish that you would have count how many times we said Bieber fever.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it was a lot. I'm sure it was a lot.
I told you, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
But so I went further back in that clip because when I was going to pull it, because I always forget that Michelle hates Christmas.
I sure do.
And by the way, we never did do a Christmas episode. Like we were going to do one about Christmas music. And,
we were?
Yeah. Which,
Shucks.
2021. there's hope. 12 months from now, we can do it.
Put on your calendar.
Yeah. Set a reminder. But in that, like, we're talking about something completely different, and Michelle takes the opportunity to just be like, and Christmas sucks. like I love when she's
like Eeyore in that clip.
And like I say, we're only about halfway through the clips that I pulled, but do you notice how many F's less she has already now than she did?
Went downhill quickly
before. So another thing we learned about Kyle, and I'll tell you in advance, this clip is called Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, and Kyle. And we did a whole episode where we were talking about, like, because you guys know this when we talked about the thing, like, I personally want my artists to create art. Like, I don't care at all about your personal views or whatever. You know, I just want my artists to sing or act in movies or whatever. And we did a whole discussion about, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but a lot of people very much feel like if they find out someone's views or whatever else, that it will have them, the way that they view someone's art, or maybe not even listen to them anymore or whatever. So over the course of that, we started talking about that, like if somebody would be adversely affected by a certain artist's beliefs or whatever else. And this is what came about when Kyle was asked.
As another topic. So, but is there an artist you can think of that's like that, where you would just be like, you know what, I'm done with that product because I don't want anything to do with that artist?
Oh man, I want to say Ted Nugent and Kid Rock collectively. If they
just
were
because
like,
of their beliefs.
Yeah, they.
Well, good thing you're not in the gun market.
No, but if. I've never seen a better made potato chip commercial, but if there was one and like they had Kid Rock in it, I would be like, no, man.
Also, Better Made is the high shelf for Kyle.
I just love but I mean, it makes sense because we do have a lot of listeners outside of Michigan and outside of the country. Better Made is a Michigan thing, and Kid Rock and Nugent are both known as. So somebody might have heard that and been like, "What the hell do potato chips have to do with this?" You know, but like you could insert thing here, Bell's beer, whatever. You know,
anything you want to insert where the potato chip was.
So potato chip companies, be warned.
You're about to lose a customer who hardly ever buys your product.
Now that we listen to that, if you really think about it, there's reasons why companies don't use people like that for things, right? Because they don't want to associate themselves with something that's someone who's a dipshit.
Tell us how you really feel.
Just saying.
I want to we've talked about this many times, but like if they ever reissue Kid Rock's catalog, like on vinyl or something, like Devil Without a Cause, like a groundbreaking, intro record, Rolling Stone. You're like, what a dipshit.
I would not buy his potato chips.
It's got the last several years have been such a shit show that I just stopped asking, or anytime that politics or anything come up, I just avoid the entire situation because I don't want to have to distance myself or dislike anybody else than I already have.
And that's why I say, for me, I just want my entertainers to entertain.
Yes.
But this is a topic for a whole different episode, but like the problem is a lot of times they get that pressure. Like people say like, you have to say something. No, you don't.
Yes.
I want my singers to sing, my actors to act, and my politicians to politic. Michelle looks like she is gearing up. And I would speaking of Michelle gearing up, we did an album tournament back in season 1. And there's no light way to approach this. This next clip is called the Pet Sounds Incident. And the reason why it's called the Pet Sounds Incident is because one of the things that more or less put us on the map was Michelle's assessment of pet sounds.
You're welcome.
And
I stated it again on Twitter the other day.
And I just went on another podcast the other day and I was telling this story. And I went into that episode so confident that I almost got at you guys earlier in the day. It was like, we can just skip this week, right? Because we all know Pet Sounds is moving on, right? And I'm not even being funny when I say that. So what you're about to hear is the judgment that Michelle passed on the record, and my response is very natural and as nice as I could have said what I had to say. So we will now share with everybody the famed Pet Sounds incident.
Ready, do you, Michelle?
I do.
She does, and here it comes. Which album is moving on?
It's Dermot Kennedy. By a hair. So,
and I just want to be clear about this. You're telling me that this guy in 2019 made a record that sounds like David Gray and Mumford & Sons, and somehow it's better than one of the most influential records of all time. I'm not being... I'm asking you, okay? I just wanted to ask. Wow. All right. I don't really have any other reaction for you.
My favorite part about that clip is that you can hear I'm mad, like real mad, because I keep like stumbling over my words trying to figure out how to say "go fuck yourself" nicely.
It's a good thing that I was at my house and you were at your house.
Oh yeah, yes.
It ends with me laughing, just like I am now.
That's my favorite part of the clip.
Kyle's like, I don't know what to do here.
It's like the whole time we're fighting, and all of a sudden Kyle just uncomfortably laughs at the end. And I didn't include. There was a lot of fun stuff from the tournament that I didn't include because if someone's newer to the show, like go back and listen to that tournament because it was a lot of fun. I mean, other than when you picked the Black Album over the Dark Side of the Moon.
It inspired our like rating system that we use for things now, like the 5 out of 10 no stinkers, man.
Yeah, I almost pulled a lot of those clips because your ratings were.
They're on point? Yes, I know.
No. And I just was like,
spot on.
So many points where I was just like, what? But then I thought I didn't want to spoil any of it because like the Pet Sounds thing is like famous now. Like people know that Pet Sounds got knocked out of the tournament, right? But the rest of the tournament, like there's a lot of twists and turns and surprises and stuff. So, I'm not just saying this to like, oh, go back and listen to our old content, but like those are fun episodes and they're all like 20 or 30 minutes, because they were just lined up for us to make our argument and that's it. And they were a lot of fun, but holy cow. Like I'm not kidding you. The Pet Sounds episode and the one where you knocked out the Dark Side of the Moon, like I was like hopping mad. Like actually mad. Like not I was mad. Like I was mad. So anyways, the next couple of clips that I have to share are just some fun, amazing things that happened to us in the first year. Stuff that like if you would have asked me a year ago, like if we're going to talk to any of these people I'm about to share clips from, I would have been like, you're high. Like why on earth would we be able to do that? So one of the cool ones was we talked to metal legend Jeff Scott Soto, who was nice enough to spend an entire episode with us, which was crazy.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, and so we talked extensively ahead of time. I was telling you guys how excited I was and like how his famous stand up and shout thing was like a huge deal for me, and I was like, I'm going to try and get him to say it. You guys were like, don't try and get him to say it. Because you don't want to be Chris Farley about it. Do you remember stand up and shout? That was awesome. So literally when I wrote my intro for him, I was like, I'm going to throw it in there and just like see if we can get into a conversation about stand up and shout. And this is how it went, which couldn't have gone any better for me.
He's 1/5 of the Sons of Apollo. We would ask our listeners at this time to stand up and shout for Jeff Scott Soto joining the show. Jeff.
Oh, he did it! Like, you guys were sitting right there when it happened. Like, there's never been a more natural reaction from me than, oh, we did it! Like, I expected to at least have to talk about it for a couple minutes and then, like, go down the thing, and he just hit it, like, right out the gate. And I was like, okay, well, this is the greatest thing that's ever going to happen on this show.
Was it?
Yeah, that was awesome.
And it wasn't. And I mean, I wouldn't rank them or anything, but like we've had some awesome other stuff happen too, So another huge thing that happened for us was to get to talk to Guy Pratt, who was who toured with Pink Floyd since 1987, and he's played on everything. If you've ever heard Addicted to Love, he played the bass line on that song. Like a Prayer by Madonna, Earth Song by Michael Jackson. Like this cat has played on everything. And for us to get to talk to him was incredible. But the clip that I pulled from that, because we did talk about all those things, was it was awesome for me to be sitting in Detroit talking on Zoom with this guy who was in London, and we end up in a discussion about Motown, which is obviously close to our heart, So we ended up going down that path, and here's what Guy had to say about Motown.
Did you get a chance to go and tour Hitsville, USA while you were here and actually see
No, I did. I've been around twice now. I did actually, with the Saucers, we got a private tour.
Oh, nice.
And I've actually got a picture of me because I can't remember who I asked, but I asked someone to point out the exact spot where James Jamerson had to lie on the floor to play What's Going On because he was too drunk to sit on a chair.
And so did you lay down in the spot? Or
I did lay down on that spot. Yeah, I got a picture.
So like that's so rad, And then my two things when I shared that interview with you guys before we actually aired it, the two things I remember is Michelle, first of all, being like, he's so British.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's what will happen when you're from,
You sound like you're from London.
You sound like you're from London. You can see Al Snow. See, you never use the drop slate.
That's not even in there.
Al Snow absolutely
But
is
not
in
that
there.
part.
Oh, Lord. You gonna hit it way too late now?
Oh, no, snow. Bullshit.
Solid. But there was that, and then you were like, wait, a guy from London's been to Hitsville before me? And I was like, yes.
I had the same thought the second time hearing this.
So another cool clip that I wanted to share was, and for me, this was enormous. I've mentioned this many times on the show. I'm a huge Black Crowes fan. And I got to sit here and talk to Steve Gorman, who is an amazing drummer, easily 50% of the sound of the Black Crowes, even though there's two other guys who don't believe that's true. And we got to have an open and frank discussion, which was really cool for me, because a lot of times when you talk to these people, it's like so cultivated, like their public opinion, and this guy just didn't care, like at all. He was like, I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. This ended up putting us hugely on the map.
I was going to say, this is the one that made us fucking explode.
Yeah, like I've been reading blabbermouth.net my entire life for music news, and then all of a sudden you turn around twice and our podcast is featured on there. And we got a ridiculous amount of listens out of it. And the reason why that is because I did not poke or prod Steve to get what I would call like a sensational quote. But boy, did he just provide it on his own. So here's a clip from that interview, and this is the quote heard around the world.
Yes.
Over it. I didn't yell. I didn't rage. it was so absurd. We did laugh about it at first. But the thing that hit me, it was quite simply, this is great. I now know I'll never be in a room with that guy again.
Right.
Like, why would I? Why would I spend 1 second of my life with somebody who thinks that's something he can demand after 27 years?
Yeah. So Steve just gave it the old, here's something that's never, ever going to happen again. And I, like, in that moment, I was like, oh. Wow, because just to come right out and say that, if you go back and listen to that interview, or if you read Steve Gorman's fantastic book, Hard to Handle, The Life and Death of the Black Crowes, he really gets into all the, I just literally last night, I was just telling a friend of mine about a story I learned in that book about the way things went south between Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes. And just me relaying that story from the book, my friend was like, that's not real. There's no way that happened, and that, Steve was putting up with all of that before he reached the boiling point that he's referencing in this interview. So, for me, it was like, you guys knew this. My intention in advance was not like, oh, we're going to talk the dirt. And the fact that he just was like, no, this is how many different ways these guys can go F themselves.
That was cool. I try not to get wrapped up in all of the statistics and stuff with our podcast and whatnot, but when watching the listener count go up over the few days that it was, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
You were continually blown away all week.
Yeah.
Every single day about 3 times Kyle would be like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah,
you guys. Yeah. I remember, and I've backed way off on that myself, constantly looking at the statistics and stuff, but at the time I was way into it. And I remember every 2 or 3 hours, each of us would post a new one. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at this. So anyways, I've got a couple more things to share with everybody. One of which, this was just something funny for me, was we got to talk to the lead singer of Journey, Arnel Pineda, which was amazing. And this is one of those moments where if a year ago, if you were like, oh, you're going to get to interview Arnel Pineda, I'd be like, who's going to interview him? I'm sure someone's gonna, it's not going to be us. But me personally, and you're both aware of this, one of the things that I won't let go in life is there's no such thing as South Detroit.
I've heard you mention that in passing before.
Yeah, somewhere in the range. If you were to put a number on it, would you say 1,000 times I've mentioned it?
A day?
Yeah. And it, obviously it's jokingly, I'm not going door to door being like, do you know there's no such thing as South Detroit?
Yes, he is.
But it's just one of those little things that I'm always just, pointing out about the lyrics or something or whatever else. And so we get on Zoom with Arnel Pineda. I'm here in Detroit. He's in the Philippines. There's a 13-hour time difference. He's literally just waking up on the first interview of the day, and at no point did I plan on being and also, can you confirm that there's no such thing as South Detroit? But it ended up coming up naturally, and I thought it was a really funny thing that we could include here. So here's what happened when we talked to Arnel.
I'm Russ. I'm with the Infectious Groove podcast over here in Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised right South Detroit.
I would imagine you never get sick of hearing that, huh? South Detroit.
Is there really such a place like South Detroit?
No, and actually, I always tell people that because just south of Detroit is Canada. There's the river and then Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So we ended up giving him a geography lesson, but it was funny because at the end of the interview, it came full circle. Like he was like, I can't wait to get back on the road. And of course we'll come through Detroit and we'll see you. And I was like, yeah, not in South Detroit. And he laughed like really hard, because, Arnell's native language is not English. And I just like that we were able to build that rapport with him to where we could have like a natural laugh with the guy. And again, that's just another thing. And we had other huge names that we talked to this year that I didn't even include. Like you can go back and through our archives and look at it. But like I just recently put the talk with Taj Jackson on the YouTube page, so everybody could go listen to that if they want. And I didn't include any clips from that because I feel like you have to hear that whole discussion. Like
Right.
Taj and I had a very frank and open discussion about the mistreatment of his uncle by like the media and people in general. And there wasn't really anything like fun to pull out of that conversation. You'll be like, hey, everybody, let's laugh at this. There's nothing to laugh about there.
Yeah.
We talked to the Nixons, which was awesome. We talked to Ocean Ship that was real long, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, that was our first interview too.
So yeah, and we you can definitely tell that we were learning. But again, it all progressed all throughout the year. The very last clip that I want to share is something. Again, if you would have asked me a year ago if we would even have what I would call a celebrity endorsement, I would be like, no. Why would any celebrity endorse us? Not only did a celebrity endorse us, but a really big celebrity endorsed us. And so I don't think we've ever played this full clip on the show. I think we've talked about it a lot, and it's on our YouTube page, and I've shared it on our Facebook and Instagram, but I don't think I've ever played this actual clip on the show.
Yeah,
I don't think we have.
So, we'll keep it a secret for another 10 seconds or so here. But if you haven't heard this before, here's the big endorsement that we got.
Hey, man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Two things I know in this world: black and white convenience store movies and podcasting, man. So when I give you a podcast suggestion, people tend to listen. I'm about to drop some on you right now. Check out a great variety of podcasts on the Odd Pods Media Network, man. I'm talking Super Media Brothers, Married with Television, The 500 Section Lounge, From the Middle Podcast, Pod Askew, BFYTW, and Infectious Groove. All proud members of the Odd Pods Media Network. They make me so happy, spittle flies out of my mouth when I talk about it, man. I love anybody that creates a podcast network. And the good folks at Odd Pods have done exactly that. Go listen to all the podcasts on Odd Pods Media Network right now and tell them Silent Bob sent you. And when they say, wait, I thought he doesn't talk. And they're like, yeah, well, he talks one line per movie. And then go like, what? And the one line in a movie told you to go listen to Odd Pods Media Network, and then be like, look, it was just a fucking sign-off catchphrase. Get off my dick. And then you'll have made a new friend.
I love it the other way. He's like, and then tell him to get off my dick, and then you will have made a new friend. Yeah. Two things I want to note about that. Number one is that just to be 100% clear, that is in no way, shape, or form a paid endorsement. It's not a cameo type thing. Like when we started posting on social media, there were more than a few people that were like, did you pay him to say that? No. Like, we did not pay him. I told you guys, I didn't even know this was happening.
Right.
So literally a person on the network was like, hey, did you see the video of what Kevin said about us? And he said, Kevin. And I was like, who the hell's Kevin?
Kevin.
Yeah. They're like, oh, okay. Let me put it back in your court. Did you see what George had to say about us? And I was like, no. And they sent me it, and I literally played it like 4 times in a row before I even sent it to you guys. I was like, is this happening?
Yeah.
And then when I sent it to Michelle, or when I sent it to you guys, the first reply was Michelle was like, he said our name.
Yeah. And then she was playing it out loud, like from her phone, and I was walking by, and I was like, who is that? And she was like, Kevin Smith. I was like, Kevin Smith? She was like,
Kevin.
yes.
Yeah. Kevin.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah. And I just, I love it. It's been an amazing first year. Like, if you know us personally, or if you've ever interacted with us on social media, and we're always like, oh, I can't believe this. Like, this is amazing, whatever else. Like, we're not using those words lightly. Like, this has been an amazing.
Did you think that we would still be going in a year?
No. Well, let me say, I didn't think you would still be going in a year. I thought you were going to drop out around 6 months. I thought for sure you were going to drop out right around the 6-month mark. Just be like,
maybe.
Hey, Kyle's just coming over on Saturday. Why? And every foreseeable Saturday. I
quit.
Yeah. And not like you would get mad or anything. I just thought you were going to be like, all right, well, I'm done. Like,
I came, I saw, I conquered. Bye.
Yeah. Came, I saw, got fans.
I'm taking my people over to OnlyFans.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Michelle's going to pull a Steve Perry and just go solo right in the middle of the... Jesus.
I have a podcast where I just talk about nothing.
Right. Yeah,
What
yeah.
is Michelle talking about?
Yeah. Oh, Lord. We should add that segment going into the season. So, but yeah, I mean, y'all have anything to say to everybody for what an amazing year this has been?
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Sweet. So articulate.
No, it is crazy when you think about it. Even making the artwork and whatnot for the new season, thinking that there's a third season now is just crazy.
Which we have Michelle to thank for.
Yeah.
We've been around for 1 year, but we're on our third season. Which, in our defense, though, because I have talked to people about this, they're like, why are you doing seasons? And it's like, well, TV shows used to be like 22 episodes or so, and like TV shows now are like 8 or 10 episodes,
Right.
And, we provide an hour of content. Before you worry about YouTube or anything, we provide at least an hour of content every week. And, I joke all the time about like, oh, Michelle doesn't do anything. But like, it does take a lot to like sit here, turn on the personality. Like I know.
Wait, you thought she was turning on a personality?
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me say this. This is the most I've seen of it.
I also have to do research.
Dr. Evil quotes. So, yeah, I just, it does take a lot to produce something like this. And, I think that the feedback that we've got has been great. And we, like the moves we made in the first year are amazing
Yeah.
to me.
And how can people miss us if we never leave?
Right. Yes.
That's the whole point.
I also hate hearing myself talk. So the fact that other people don't mind hearing me talk
I
is
hate it
weird
too.
to me. Yeah. Wait, you hate hearing me talk or you hate hearing yourself
I hate
talk?
hearing you talk.
I was going to say, we need to step off and clarify.
This podcast is just ruining relationships left and right.
Yeah. Wait till we get to the Valentine's episode. So anyways, hopefully everybody has enjoyed this little stroll down memory lane. And we have 65 episodes prior to this one that you're hearing.
Holy shit. Is that
right
including
now.
the...
That's including the tournament, which
Okay.
was 16 episodes.
Yeah.
So if you heard a lot of these clips and you want to go back and hear stuff, it's all available. You just go back and take a listen. So it's been one hell of a fun year for us. Now, in the immediate future, I just said like we didn't have a big main topic or a cool interview to share. We sure do next week.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bill Champlin, was really kind with his time, sat down with us earlier this week, discussed, he has a new record out, and Bill was in the band Chicago for just shy of 30 years. If you like a pop rock song from the late 70s or 80s or early 90s, there's better than even a chance Bill wrote it or had something to do with writing it. And Bill was super generous with his time and talked to us a ton about his history in music and specifically a lot of really good points about his new record and everything. We just got into like social issues and everything. It was really fun. It was really, really good talk. So we have that to share with you next week. Then we actually have topics coming up that Michelle suggested, which is crazy.
It only took a year.
It took a year.
Does that mean you're going to have research done?
No, no. That's,
I don't need research. It's my own topic. I just use my brain.
oh boy. Thank you so much for the first year.
Yes, thank you.
It's been so much fun.
It's been so much fun.
We could do it without you guys, but it wouldn't be nearly as fun.
As spoken by Michelle.
That's going in the next clip show.
Oh my God.
We're going to have to get a Michelle translator. It says what she meant to say.
Yeah. So what you meant was that you could have a podcast without having people listen to it, but it wouldn't be fun because...
It wouldn't be fun.
Yes.
Let me back clean up. What Michelle meant to say was, thank you so much for the first year.
Yes.
We absolutely could not do this without you, and we appreciate it very much. Without music, life would be a mistake. Bye.
Bye.
The Infectious Groove podcast is hosted by Russ Robinson, Kyle Wimple, and Michelle Koselecki. Produced and edited by Russ Robinson. Intro and outro music composed by Chris Kimmel. Opening credits read by Stacey Robinson. Recorded with a Rode Podcaster Pro and Rode Pod mics.